Hey everybody, Dankey here with our third episode, our third look into the the clown with a frown. Look at his frowny little face. He is Sargon of Akkad, UK, UKIP, European parliamentary candidate Carl Benjamin. We're going to in part two, I mentioned that he had come out and essentially said that 11-year-old children could consent to sex with adults, and that I was going to examine this statement. Well, time's come to actually take a look at that statement, and so here we have a video archive.
I think it depends on the child, really, doesn't it?
Oh boy, that sounds bad. Let's give it some context.
I was well under the age of 11 when I started having sex, and so what I like to do is put people on the other side of the argument. It's like what you have to do is you have to say that someone like me, not anybody else, but me, that I was too stupid to appreciate the nature and quality of what I was doing at the time.
Hmm.
So please convince me I
Yeah,
didn't know what
because
I
you
was
were,
doing.
yeah, because you were a kid. You're a fucking kid.
Yeah, it depends on the child, really, doesn't it? Because
Whoa!
some kids
That's what the
mature
Catholics
faster than
say.
others. Well, it's true, and it's true though.
It's true.
It should really be a case by case basis. But I can see why the whole thing. But it's not really something I'd ever put too much thought into, to be honest.
Damn. It's true.
Some
It's
kids
true.
That's what the
mature
Catholics.
it depends on the child, really, doesn't it? Because
It depends on the child, doesn't it? So, does Sargon like not understand the whole like reasons why we have laws? Like the whole reason why roads have speed limits, for example, is to set a common standard that everybody has to adhere to, or they'll be breaking the law. And this current speed limit for Sargon is the age of consent, and he doesn't want to go by the speed limit, what the speed limit sign says. He thinks he can go 100 miles an hour in a 60 zone. Um, that's the kind of guy Sargon is. From his point of view, it should be broken down to an individual's decision how fast they go. Oh, it should be, if he was driving down the road, he believes it should be his choice to determine how fast he goes. The analogy's kind of shaky. Kind of did a poor point in communicating it, but nevertheless, I feel like Sargon of Akkad saying it depends on the child defeats the entire purpose of the age of consent. I mean, I'm sure pretty much every single I'm sure every single uh, pedophile once brought and convicted in court claims that it was consensual. I'm sure they do. I mean, no, unless they wanted to just like make sure that they were guaranteed the harshest sentence possible. But even then, uh, the number one claim that the pedophiles make who actually molest children, who they say it was consensual. So Sargon is sort of providing these people cover. He's sort of providing these people like uh, as disgusting as it may be, an intellectual justification. So that was pretty bad. I mean, this guy is a clown, but he's also a harmful clown. He's a killer clown. He's not one of the funny happy clowns. He is. I'll show you exactly the kind of clown that old Sargon is. Sargon is one of these boys. All right, Sargon is one of these kinds of clowns. He's one of these clowns. He's a honkler. All right. But all that being said, he's also found a pretty large home for himself on the Joe Rogan show. He's been on Joe Rogan's show, and for those of you who don't know, Joe Rogan is the biggest podcast. I think it's the biggest in the world, and so Joe Rogan. I'll make a separate video about him, my criticisms, because I have a lot to say about Joe Rogan as a former Joe Rogan fan. But let's see what we've got already.
Yeah, so I've been dealing with some people who are fucking idiots.
He has a shirt that says Kekistan on it. It's got the Kekistan flag. And he's talking to Joe.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry. Sorry, yeah, you guys, I've been dealing with some people who are fucking idiots.
I get it.
You know, and I've had to be like really, really specific
Very
because
linear.
there is a group of people online who know that I'm right and they don't like that I'm right.
They don't.
If he's talking about like his critics, they know I'm right. They just don't like it. Yeah, he's just a troll. That's just something a troll would say. Like he is. That's just the very basis of his like politics. Is just trolling the libs, triggering the libs.
Like you're right.
Oh no, they hate that I'm right.
Are we talking about Nina Sarkeesian again?
Her fans, they hate me.
Jesus Christ.
And
They're fans. They hate you. I wonder why. It's not like you sicked your rabid cult of gamer bro man babies on them, and they were harassed with death threats and rape threats. They had to move. They had to get bodyguards and shit. I mean, it's not like you did anything to make their fans upset. It's not like Anita Sarkeesian's fans have no reason to be upset whatsoever. They're just upset that Sargon's right, according to Sargon. So stupid.
don't want to give them any more ammunition than
I feel
necessary.
bad that she's not defending herself or
She won't.
doesn't have the
Hey,
opportunity to.
When she called me a piece of shit and a garbage human, I had said nothing up until that point. So I just yelled back, "I just want to talk." And
When she called him a piece of shit and a garbage human, this was at I think it was at VidCon, YouTuber convention, and he was sitting up in the front row. So imagine being harassed like every single day, on every social media account, just a constant, unending barrage of these crazy gamer bro man babies. Typing with fervent Cheeto dust on fingers, just the most heinous raping threats. They're doxing you constantly. They are saying, "We're gonna kill you. We're gonna find out where you live. We're gonna kill you and your whole family because you dared criticize our video games." And then this guy is sitting here saying, "Oh, what's the big deal? I mean, she called me a shithead. All I wanted to do was talk."
And she was like, "Oh, whatever, dude." And it's just like, I came all this way to hear what you had to say, and all you could do is insult me. That was the one interaction you had with the critic.
Rehash this.
I know,
please.
but
He came all that way just to fucking elicit a response from her, and he knows it. He's a troll. He sat on the front row, for God's sakes.
and all you could do is insult me. That
Well,
was
is
the
an
one
ego-
interaction
let's
you
not
had with the critic.
rehash this.
I know,
Please.
but, you know.
Jesus Christ.
It's, I've been personally
I like that from Joe. He's like, "Do we really have to rehash this? Jesus Christ. I want to hear that one more time."
sad with the critic.
Rehash this.
I know,
Please.
but, you know.
Jesus Christ.
That's like my that's my reaction like every single time I hear about Gamergate. I'm like, "Oh my god, gee, are you serious?"
I've been personally slighted, man.
I get it. I get it.
He's been
No,
slighted.
I think
And I'm being defamed all
Sargon's the true victim in Gamergate, guys. It's not the women.
across the internet now. There's a narrative going around the progressive journalists that has already been debunked by an actual journalist called Tim Pool, and the video
Tim Pool, actual journalist. That's nice, very nice.
evidence of the event that I personally took. That I stormed the stage and started screaming abuse at her. They're saying that. They'll probably
who is saying that?
journalists and like the
Actual journalists? Like,
Yeah,
pull up
yeah.
of an actual article.
Well, no,
Yeah,
no.
pull up the fucking article, Sargon. You can't just make these baseless fucking claims that like, "Oh, these journalists say I rushed the stage," and
probably aren't
actual
any
article
yet.
that said
There
that.
probably aren't any yet, but I bet you
There probably aren't any yet.
tomorrow or going on, there are articles about me, and some of them will say something like, I abused her, or she...
Pause.
Yeah, pause indeed, because this guy, did you all see what he just did? He completely made up this fake fucking scenario of Anita Sarkeesian fans saying he ran up to the stage and hurled threats and abuse at Anita Sarkeesian at the VidCon convention. And then when Joe pressed him about it, saying, "Who says this?" He's like, "Well, they haven't said it yet, but they're going to, probably." This guy is the slimiest, grimiest, Pepe, basement-dwelling, pole-tarred Kekistani I've ever seen in my whole life. Look at his fucking shirt. It says Kekistan on it. Imagine going around in public wearing a Kekistan shirt. Like, even wearing it ironically, I still wouldn't wear it ironically. Like, to make fun of it, I wouldn't even wear a Kekistan shirt. So, yeah.
Pause,
She is somehow the
pause,
victim.
Pause. Do you not understand the irony
What?
of we're talking about people labeling themselves as victims, and you are labeling yourself as victim
Yeah, but
of a
I am.
crime that has not
Damn.
occurred?
No, I am...
Damn, Joe's calling him out. Credit where credit's due in this case. I think Joe's had enough of listening to Sargon. I think he's kind of caught on, like, Sargon's a fucking asshole, so I'm not gonna let him spin these little victim complex narratives that he has.
Talking
the
about
victim.
articles that are being written by journalists and videos that are being made, but they have not been made yet. And then you're saying,
no.
just watch, they are going to be made.
Yeah, but that's because I've been down this road before.
Do you not see? Come on, you got to be able to see that.
Well, it's not that I mean, like, I'm not like a victim. This is something that happened to me.
Right, but do you get that?
Oh yeah,
What
well,
we're just talking about right here.
I don't think it
asked
is
you
ironic.
who is saying that you stormed the stage. You tell me journalists, and I say, where are these articles? And you say, just wait, they're going to watch
At the
them.
moment, we're
is
talking
awesome.
about like rumors. You know, for example, like Tim Pool said that a friend of his, I think she's an actress, but you know, it's
Rumors from Tim Pool, basically, the most reliable source you've ever heard in your whole life.
the same sort of
Okay, but
the
that's
sort
not
of LA circles.
That's someone gossiping.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That doesn't
But
mean
this-
that someone actually, a
gossip.
journalist, wrote an article
Oh, no,
about
they
you
haven't yet.
storming the
They
stage.
haven't yet.
But why do you think they
But
would?
it's
And why
going
would
on social media.
Why would
They're
you
faking
even concentrate on that if it has not occurred? I mean, isn't this sort of like
They're
a black
liars.
guy complaining?
So he says it's going around on social media, but where's the fucking post? Where's the article? I mean,
About the man holding you back when there is
Oh,
no
no,
man
I don't-
holding you back?
No, I don't think it's analogous. I mean,
it
like,
is.
no,
It is. You're
I
talking
don't
about
agree.
being a victim of a crime that hasn't occurred.
No, but I know what these people are like. I've been dealing with them for long enough.
that explains like the white victimhood complex, just in a nutshell.
Now,
I know what those white people are like, man. I've been dealing with them my whole life.
yeah, but we actually have a precedent for them doing this as well.
Right, but they're not doing it right now, and you're saying they are.
They are. They're on social media right now. I mean, like you got like journalists
Then
like Ian
pull
Miles
it
Chung,
up,
who
you
said right. So the
dipshit.
prevailing
Show him the
narrative among
posts.
journalists at the moment is that Sargon stormed the stage and abused Anita Sarkeesian, when video evidence says the exact same.
This is something that he
opposite.
posted online?
Yeah, he posted on
Okay,
Twitter.
so there's
just-
no articles, but there is a
Yeah,
Twitter
but
post.
it's you can tell that it's coming up. There are going to be.
There's, you can tell.
It's what it's brewing. I mean, this is how these rumors
Sargon looked in his crystal ball and he was like, "Ooh, people are gonna tell lies about me."
start, and then someone starts reporting it, and then suddenly you get a narrative going on. I mean, and I'm not the
Let's-
victim of this because I've got a large enough reach to be able to say,
Let's
and
switch
the video
gears
is
because I
actually
think
real.
people.
That's some real polemic, Apollonian, quintillion logic for you right there. The guy is definitely following in the same vein and tradition of Socrates and other enlightened Western thinkers. Truly a great mind. Anyway, I've seen about enough of this guy. He's sick. He makes me sick. And I'm going to go be sick if I have to watch another one of his monologues about women criticizing my video games. It's literally the most important issue in the world. There's nothing happening in the world right now that is more important than a few women making some videos where they criticize sexist tropes in video games. That's the number one issue, not climate change, not war, not imperialism, just women criticizing video games. My name is Sargon of Akkad. I am an extremely smart, big brain boy. I am following in the polemic tradition, and be sure to donate all of your money to my Patreon. Goodbye.